God says, something strange happened with your soulmate last night. Don't scroll. Don't scroll past this, because if this message found you right now, it's not random. It's not coincidence. This message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Listen to this. Take a deep breath and really feel what's being said. Because something unusual, something unexpected, something your soulmate themselves may not fully understand, happened last night. And it has everything to do with you. Don't scroll. Because what you're about to hear is not something visible on the surface. It's something that happened internally, emotionally, spiritually. This message is for you. Because while you were going about your life, maybe even sleeping, maybe even trying to move forward, your soulmate experienced a shift, a moment that stopped them, and a moment that made them feel something they can't easily explain. Your heart needs this right now, because that moment was not random. It was connected to the bond you share. Listen to this carefully. Last night, your soulmate felt your energy in a way they haven't in a long time. Not just a passing thought, not just a memory, but a strong, emotional presence that caught them off guard. Don't scroll. Because moments like that don't just happen without a reason. This message is for you, because your connection with them is still active on a deeper level, even if it hasn't been expressed outwardly. Your heart needs this right now, because what they felt last night has started something inside them. Listen to this. There was a moment, maybe late at night, maybe when everything was quiet, where their mind drifted towards you without warning. And instead of pushing the thought away like they've done before, they stayed with it. They felt it. They allowed it to be there. Don't scroll. Because that's where the shift happened. This message is for you. Because in that moment, something inside them opened. Your heart needs this right now, because they felt emotions they had been avoiding. Listen to this carefully. They remembered how you made them feel, not just on the surface, but deep inside. The comfort, the connection, the understanding. And for a moment, it all came back at once. Don't scroll. Because when feelings return like that, it's not coincidence. It's awakening. This message is for you, because your soulmate experienced a kind of emotional clarity last night that they didn't expect. Your heart needs this right now. Must because clarity changes the way someone sees everything. Listen to this. They started questioning things, their choices, their distance, their silence. They started asking themselves why they pulled back, why they didn't express more, why they let the connection stay unresolved. Don't scroll, because those questions are not easy to ignore once they appear. This message is for you, because last night planted a seed of truth inside them. Your heart needs this right now, because that truth is beginning to grow. Listen to this carefully. There may have even been a dream, or something that felt like a dream. A moment where they saw you, felt your presence, experienced something that felt real, even though it wasn't happening physically. And when they woke up, that feeling stayed. Don't scroll. Because dreams like that are not just imagination. They are reflections of what the heart is holding on to. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to understand that they can't fully move away from what they feel for you. Your heart needs this right now, because even if they tried to ignore it before, something about last night made it harder to ignore. Listen to this. They've been carrying this feeling into today. A quiet awareness, a subtle shift, a sense that something is different. Don't scroll. Because when someone wakes up with a feeling they can't explain, it means something changed inside them. This message is for you, because your soulmate is beginning to see you differently now. Your heart needs this right now, because that shift is not small. It's the beginning of something bigger. Listen to this carefully. Yes, they are starting to realize that the connection with you was not something ordinary. It wasn't just timing. It wasn't just a moment. It was something deeper. Something that stayed with them even when they tried to move on. Don't scroll. Because that realization is what changes everything. This message is for you, because last night was a turning point for them, even if they don't fully understand it yet. Your heart needs this right now, because turning points don't always look dramatic. Sometimes they happen quietly, internally, but they lead to big changes later. Listen to this. They are now carrying a question inside them. What if I've been ignoring something important? And that question is not going away easily. Don't scroll, because questions like that lead to action. This message is for you, because your soulmate is moving closer to facing the truth. Your heart needs this right now, because the energy between you is shifting. Listen to this carefully. What happened last night was not just a moment. It was the beginning of awareness, the beginning of emotional clarity, the beginning of something they can't go back from. Don't scroll, because once someone feels something like that, it stays with them. This message is for you. And if your heart felt even a little connected to what you just heard, take a moment to subscribe, because messages like this reach you when your soul is ready to hear them. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because if you're still here, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. What happened last night didn't end when the night ended. It carried into today, and into their thoughts, into their emotions, into the way they are moving through their day right now. Listen to this carefully. Your soulmate woke up with a feeling they couldn't fully explain. Not just a memory, not just a dream, but a lingering emotional presence that stayed with them even after they opened their eyes. Don't scroll, because feelings like that don't come and go without purpose. This message is for you, because what they felt last night has started to reshape how they see you, how they understand the connection, and how they view everything they've been trying to ignore. Your heart needs this right now, because this is where the shift becomes real. Listen to this. There have been moments today where they suddenly paused, even in the middle of something simple, something normal, and felt it again. That same energy, that same emotional pull. And in those moments, everything around them faded just a little bit. Don't scroll, because that kind of emotional interruption is not random. It's awareness breaking through. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to feel something that no longer fits into the way they've been living. Your heart needs this right now, because when something doesn't fit anymore, It demands attention. Listen to this carefully. They've been replaying what they felt last night over and over again, trying to make sense of it, trying to understand why it felt so strong, why it felt so real, why it stayed with them even after the moment passed. Don't scroll, because that replay is not just curiosity, it's the beginning of realization. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to connect dots they didn't connect before. Your heart needs this right now, because those connections are leading them toward the truth. Listen to this. They are beginning to understand that what they felt for you never really disappeared. It just went quiet. It went into the background while they tried to focus on other things, while they tried to move forward, while they tried to convince themselves everything was fine. But last night, something brought it back to the surface. Don't scroll, because once something returns like that, it doesn't go back to being the same. This message is for you, because your soulmate is no longer able to see this connection as something small or temporary. Your heart needs this right now, because that change in perspective is powerful. Listen to this carefully. There have been moments today where they've caught themselves comparing their current reality to what they felt with you. Conversations that feel less meaningful. Interactions that don't have the same depth. Moments that feel incomplete. Don't scroll, because comparison leads to clarity. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to realize the difference between what they have and what they felt with you. Your heart needs this right now, because that difference is becoming impossible for them to ignore. Listen to this. They've also been questioning their own actions more deeply than before, asking themselves why they pulled back, why they didn't express more, why they allowed the connection to fade into silence instead of understanding it. Don't scroll, because those questions are not comfortable, but they are necessary. This message is for you, because your soulmate is moving from avoidance into reflection. Your heart needs this right now, because reflection leads to awareness, and awareness leads to change. Listen to this carefully. There have been moments where they almost reached out today, moments where they felt the urge to break the silence, to say something, to reconnect. But then, hesitation stepped in, not because the feeling wasn't strong enough, but because they are still processing what this all means. Don't scroll, because hesitation is often the last step before action. This message is for you, because your soulmate is closer to action than they've been before. Your heart needs this right now, because even though they haven't acted yet, the intention is forming. Now listen to this. The feeling they experienced last night has created a kind of emotional pressure inside them. Not overwhelming, but persistent. A quiet voice that keeps returning, reminding them of what they felt, reminding them of you. Don't scroll, because that kind of pressure doesn't disappear, it builds. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to feel that build-up. Your heart needs this right now, because that build-up is what leads to change. Listen to this carefully. They are beginning to realize that ignoring this connection has not brought them peace. It has only delayed something that still feels unresolved. Don't scroll, because unresolved feelings always find a way back. This message is for you, because your soulmate is facing that truth now. Your heart needs this right now. And because facing truth is the beginning of transformation. Listen to this. There have been quiet moments today where they've imagined what it would feel like to reconnect with you, to speak honestly, to finally express what they've been holding back. And in those moments, they felt something different. Not fear, but relief. Don't scroll, because relief is a sign that something is aligned with the heart. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to feel that alignment. Your heart needs this right now, because that feeling is guiding them toward their next step. Listen to this carefully. What happened last night was not just an emotional moment. It was a wake-up call, a moment that broke through their usual patterns, their usual defenses, their usual way of avoiding deeper feelings. Don't scroll. Because wake-up calls don't go unnoticed forever. This message is for you, because your soulmate is now in a space where they can no longer pretend nothing has changed. Your heart needs this right now, because everything has changed internally for them. Listen to this. The silence between you no longer feels the same to them. It doesn't feel neutral anymore. It feels noticeable. It feels like something that needs to be addressed. Don't scroll, because that shift in how they feel about the silence is important. This message is for you, because your soulmate is beginning to see the silence as something that separates, not something that protects. Your heart needs this right now, because that realization leads to action. Listen to this carefully. And they are moving closer to a point where staying silent will feel more uncomfortable than reaching out. And when that happens, something will change. Don't scroll, because that moment is approaching. This message is for you, and everything that started last night is still unfolding right now, leading them towards something they can no longer ignore. Don't scroll. Listen to this. Because if you've stayed this long, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now more than ever. What you're about to hear is the moment where everything that started last night, everything that carried into today, finally begins to turn into something real, something visible, something that can no longer stay hidden inside your soulmate. Listen to this carefully. Manu, they are no longer just feeling something. They are reaching a point where they have to do something about it. Don't scroll, because this is the shift from emotion to action. This message is for you, because your soulmate is now standing at a decision point, whether they fully realize it or not. Your heart needs this right now, because the feelings they experienced have built up to a level where staying the same is no longer comfortable. Listen to this. There have been recent moments, even today, where they felt like they couldn't hold it in anymore. Moments where their thoughts kept circling back to you again and again, where the silence between you started to feel heavy instead of distant, where the absence of you became something they could actually feel. Don't scroll. Because when absence becomes something you feel, it changes everything. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to feel the reality of what it means to not have you in their life the way they once did. Your heart needs this right now, because that feeling is creating urgency inside them. Listen to this carefully. They are beginning to understand that time doesn't just pause, that connections don't just wait forever, that moments can be lost if they are not acted on. And that realization is not sitting lightly with them. Don't scroll, because that realization is what pushes people to move. This message is for you, because your soulmate is moving closer to that point where they will no longer be able to stay silent. Your heart needs this right now, because everything inside them is building toward expression. Listen to this. There have been moments where they imagined reaching out to you, not in a controlled, planned way, but in a real, emotional, honest way. Saying what they didn't say before, explaining what they've been feeling, breaking the silence without overthinking it. Don't scroll, because those thoughts are no longer just imagination. They are becoming intention. This message is for you, because your soulmate is beginning to move from thinking about you to thinking about what to do about you. Your heart needs this right now, because that shift is everything. Listen to this carefully. They are no longer comfortable pretending that this connection didn't matter. They are no longer able to convince themselves that it was just a moment or just timing. Something inside them knows it was more than that. Don't scroll, because once someone accepts that truth, they can't go back to ignoring it. This message is for you, because your soulmate is stepping into that acceptance now. Your heart needs this right now, because acceptance leads to action. Listen to this. The hesitation that once held them back is still there, but it is weaker now. The fear is still present, but it is not as strong as the feeling they have for you. And that balance is shifting every day. Don't scroll, because when feeling becomes stronger than fear, action becomes inevitable. This message is for you, because your soulmate is getting closer to that exact moment. Your heart needs this right now, because even if you haven't seen it yet, something is about to change. Listen to this carefully. There have been moments where they almost acted without thinking. Moments where emotion took over and they felt like just reaching out immediately, just breaking the silence, just saying something real. And those moments are becoming more frequent. Don't scroll, because those are the moments where truth breaks through everything else. This message is for you, because your soulmate is getting closer to acting from that place. Your heart needs this right now, because those actions may not be perfect, but they will be honest. Listen to this. The energy between you is no longer still. It is moving. It is shifting. It is building towards something that will not stay hidden much longer. Don't scroll, because you may have felt this shift already. That subtle feeling that something is about to happen. Now that something is changing, even if you can't see it yet. This message is for you, because your intuition is picking up on what is happening within them. Your heart needs this right now, because you are connected to this energy more than you realize. Listen to this carefully. Your soulmate is now in a place where they have to choose. Stay in silence and lose the connection, or take a risk and express what they feel. And that choice is getting closer every moment. Don't scroll, because they are leaning toward that risk more than ever before. This message is for you, because your soulmate is starting to understand that silence is no longer protecting them. It is separating them from something real. Your heart needs this right now, because that understanding is what leads to change. Listen to this. What happened last night was not just a random emotional moment. It was the beginning of an awakening. What happened today was not just reflection. It was the continuation of that awakening. And what happens next will be the result of that awakening turning into action. Don't scroll, because you are right at the edge of that moment. This message is for you, because everything that has been building is about to move forward. Your heart needs this right now, because the silence is not the end. It is the pause before something begins. Listen to this carefully, and trust that when someone truly feels something, when they truly understand something, they do not stay silent forever. Don't scroll, because what is meant to be expressed will be expressed. And when it happens, you will finally see the truth that has been building all along.